A computer science graduate from IIT Delhi with 10 years of experience in the industry, and he has been leading teams for over 5 years. Mukul is a solutions architect and an AI, artificial intelligence enthusiast with expertise in technical architecture of projects and designing of data pipelines. Let us know more about Mukul Singla's career journey and get his insights on how IT industry can revolutionize this SME sector in today's episode. Hello. Hi there. Welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series. The Guiding Voice for a better future. This podcast is to help professional students, IT employees, and entrepreneurs to shape their careers. Dear listeners, in every episode, we interact with industry experts or thought leaders or academicians or coaches across the globe to drive some insightful conversations that will help each one of you learn great things. Also, we share an interesting trivia or a fun fact about the IT world or technology towards the end. So stay tuned till the end. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Naveensamala and I will be your solo host for today. And today we are going to discuss a niche topic, how information technology industry can revolutionize the SME sector. And we are pleased to welcome Mukul to our show. Mukul, welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series and thank you for being part of our journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe.
Thank you, Naveen. Thanks for giving me this chance to share my thoughts. This podcast industry is really an interesting segment, and I would say it is a revolution in itself. And definitely, all the credit goes to COVID, IT, and innovators like yourself.
Absolutely. COVID has contributed immensely to TGV because or else we would have not imagined by this we have already launched 160 episodes in the span of just 16, 17 months.
Yeah, great feat. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much and pleasure hosting you, Mukul. Let's get started. Can we talk briefly about your career journey? What after BTech from IIT Delhi?
Sure, Naveen. Like you already explained that I graduated from IT Delhi in 2010. So I started a venture in service sector right after my graduation. And mostly I wanted to develop softwares for private sectors, for government sectors. Mostly my aim was to create it for government sectors because I thought that there is a lot of crowd in private sector. And being from IIT, I can create good products. I can help government sector. But when I started it out there, it was totally a different word. I found that it is not important that how good a product you can create. What is important is how good marketing, how good sales you can do. Like business is not only building a good product. Business involves lot of other sectors. How you are building it, how you are selling it, how you are marketing it, how you are managing your team. Everything is important in business. And my that service sector venture didn't work out very well. So I joined Centio. After that, my career was totally moved to data. So at Centio, we had lot of data related to public sector and private sector information for USA exchange listed companies. What we used to do was we used to collect all that data. We used to manipulate. We used to kind of data mining, do data mining. Technically, that is called data mining, and we provide data insights to those investors who are interested in investing in those companies, who are interested in as a PE, as a private equity funds want to invest or want to buy some type of loan or equity in that companies. After that, after Centio, I joined Voicent. At Voicent, it was not a technical improvement; it was more of a leadership improvement for me. At Voicent, I got an opportunity to hire my own team and we created a product for flight engine, like microservices based product for flight booking engine. It was definitely not technically that important, but leadership wise it was very important. As I have already explained you that in service sector, like my service sector venture, I believe that it is much more important that how you are leading your team, how you are inspiring your team. That is much more important than building good products. After that, I joined Farm Guide. Farm Guide was again a data-based system. but there we worked on mostly agriculture related data. With all that data, we created very good insights related to which type of crops should be sown in specific field, specific farm, which commodity seller or commodity buyer should focus on, which type of crop in next season. Those were few of the questions which we tried to answer at Farm Guide. After Farm Guide, I joined Oathbridge. Oathbridge is the company where I am currently working. With the Oathbridge, our main question is: will you pay back me my loan? Like if I am giving you 5 lakh, will you be ready to pay it back? So how do we assess that? Oathbridge is a background verification company. So we do have information of your education, we do have information about your residencies, we do have information about your employment. And with all this, we don't exactly identify that, okay, you are from this college and you will pay back the loan. No, we want to assess your behavior the same way the CIBIL does. Like CIBIL, if you are not you have never taken any loan, then nobody can underwrite you because there is no data related to it. Accordingly, with Oathbridge and your previous transaction, we are trying to identify your behavior, and through behavior we are doing the credit rating. Basically, we are generating alternative data for credit rating. So this data based game is definitely a new revolution in IT industry, and that is the reason we are today talking about IT industry and SME sector. How SME sector, like if a person is selling maybe a soap, is a soap industry, very traditional industry, very much related to labor and manufacturing. How IT industry can help or can affect such type of industry. So, but at the end, with multiple ups and down, I feel I am definitely very blessed for every opportunity provided to.
That's quite a lot of journey, and in fact you have touched upon diverse fields, and also you are in the right field at this moment with regard to data and playing with the data. And yeah, thanks for sharing those insights about your journey so far. Mukul, when you propose this topic, this how IT can revolutionize the SME, the small and medium enterprises sector, right?
Mhm.
I was curious to understand what are some of the challenges that you see in the SME sector.
Mhm. So Naveen, SME sector, it is not like it is kind of a new challenge which has emerged these days. Actually, every industry has become very dynamic, specifically after IT, specifically after these great tools. Like if you talk about Amazon, or if you talk about Jeff Bezos, he has been in the world's richest person within last 20 years. So there can be exponential growth due to data, and that is the reason that all industries are the path of all industries have become so much dynamic. With SME sector generates lot of data, but it never uses that data. If we look at the competition, SME sector, like if you are creating a soap, let me take example of soap industry again. If you are into a small scale soap industry, and you are comparing yourself with Tide, with P&G, with like those companies, they have very big, like very good tools, who are very big tools, very big software companies who are there only to do that type of data mining, which I have just discussed with you.
Yep.
They are ready to take all that data. They're ready to take all that purchase, sell, manufacturing data. They're ready to provide those insights. What type of insights those are? Like they exactly tell you that maybe they tell the Tide that what should be the price point, which industry you should focus on, which specific geographical entity you should focus on. If we talk about Netflix, today if Netflix buy any film, buy any web series, it doesn't ask any strategist here, should we buy it or not. It asks it data scientist, what your data says. With SME sector, it generates a lot of data, but it is not using that data.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is not using that data and your competition is using that data, and your competition is making all decisions based on that data, this I believe is the biggest challenge for SME sector. And I believe this is the only reason that if you talk about USA, there are Walmart. Like for India, there are not those big stores, but in USA, there are very big stores. Those big stores have actually consumed all small stores. All small stores which were earlier definitely in SME sector, but now everything is in corporate. So definitely this data and this type of differential treatment to data is the biggest issue, biggest challenge for SME sector.
Hmm. Great. I get a fair understanding now. It's more about how do you consume and leverage the data, okay,
Yeah.
which is generated by the SME sector. Right now, talking about how do you think IT can help the SME sector in terms of deriving the data insights or
Mhm.
helping them take the next level.
So with IT, as we already talked about IT, that how big companies are using IT, how
Hmm.
they are creating those IT tools and consuming all that data. Why SMEs now are not using those tools? Because definitely they are not affordable for SME sectors to use. These days, IT sector is not related to those big Excels, those big machines through which those big work, we call that in IT, that those big data centers. This IT sector has revolutionized to the place where we can create a simple generalized solution, and we can sell it as software as a service model, which is very famous. Like, if I can give you an example, it is this example is Credflow is a new company in the market which is just managing your cash. What it does, it basically connects itself you to your accounting management system, and through that accounting management system it collects your data, and it is able to manage all your cash recollection system. So if there are five different buyers, your five different buyers, out of those five buyers, you think that three or four are already paying you in time. It is okay, they are giving you after 1 month, but they are paying you in time. But there is one buyer who has been not very diligent in paying you back. So this system will definitely highlight that specific buyer, that okay, it has been 15 days and he hasn't paid you the money. Those type of insights which normally with our accounting system, with our accountant, we can miss out, but with IT, with these type of tools, you can definitely use these type of tools to get those insights. So what if I give you a little more definition, what type of these tools can be, this will be kind of a black box, kind of like a YouTube analytics, if you have ever looked into that. So you can feed it all the generalized data on the back end. Like if I talk about my career journey, I have worked on financial data, I have worked on agriculture data, I have worked on background verification data. But fundamentally, everything is same. Everything is based on that there are different types of data, and I need to mine that data, looking at the questions, looking at the problems of that specific domain. If it is about finance, I need to see that which company is generating good sales volume, which companies is generating good bottom line or top line. If it is agriculture, I need to look at which company or which crop is producing high amount, which crop is more consistent in its production corresponding to area. So similarly, if we look at SME sector, there will be black box, and you can just put your purchase, sales, your production data, your employee data, and it will eventually give you those type of insights. And even with those type of insight, those type of black boxes, like there will be multiple black boxes have already started emerging. One is Credflow, one is Khata Book, one is OK Credit. There are multiple type of these black boxes which are today also in this market, and which are totally devoted to SME sector. They are there only for SME sector. Their market is SME sector, and SME sector is improving a lot due to them. So this is how IT can help SME sector.
Yeah, great. So it brings me to the fore in terms of performing the right risk assessment with regard to the buyers, and in addition to that, predicting some trends in the buying. Likewise, there are several aspects of the business life cycle which can actually get the most of it in terms of deriving the data insights, and they can use the IT tools, okay, in order to perform those activities and thereby contributing to the growth of the company. Great. So wonderful. Like you have been in the IT industry for 10 plus years, right? And what, in your opinion, is the next engine of growth for the IT sector?
So for now, Naveen, what we have talked about is that is more about how IT sector can help SME sector. But we haven't talked about how SME sector can help IT sector.
Yeah. Hmm.
And
Hmm. Yeah.
that is where is hidden the actual engine of growth.
Hmm.
So SME sector is already generating lot of data. We are not using that data. That is a different story altogether. But SME sector is generating lot of data. In IT sector, those days are gone when there was e-commerce. Every e-commerce was everything. There was a time about 10 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, when e-commerce was everything. Everybody was looking at e-commerce. There were Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Paytm. Everybody wanted to go into e-commerce, and everybody thought that e-commerce is the, like, all retail shops and everything will close, and only e-commerce will be the winner. So e-commerce is mostly based on that idea that you can create good platforms through which IT services can be provided. You have that platform through which you can buy or you can sell it. But and plus with this e-commerce, you have lot of data. You can explore that data. You can ask some of engineers like us to do data mining and provide you insight. The same story, but this is more about analytics. Like this we call it descriptive analytics. It is about what data you already have, and you are able to provide insights looking at that data. Okay, you have this purchaser, you have this buyer. This is how you used to work earlier, and according to that, these are the insights. But future is all about machine learning. Future is all about artificial intelligence. For machine learning, for artificial intelligence, it is all about data. We need, our IT sector need lot of data to train their engines, to train their machine learning engines to reach at a level where machine learning can actually jump into predictive analytics. Today we are working in descriptive analytics. To move it to predictive analytics, we need SME sector. These SME sector can provide you that data which will train IT sector's machine learning algorithms, and it will be the time when we can predict. If we again take an example of soap industry, that today we are saying that looking at your previous data, we feel that okay, this is the season where when soap sales goes high. But looking at predictive analytics, our algorithm or our system or our artificial intelligence mechanism will make sure that it is not considering your data. It will consider every data, like all different sectors data. That okay, if soap industry is there, and COVID has also happened in this world, and this podcast has also happened in this world, and there are multiple other type of influences which are Taliban has also happened. Looking at all that, how it will perform in that this specific geography, that is the ultimate strength of IT sector. And this type of next growth engine can only be built if this type of SME sector is there, who is ready to provide us all that data. And I feel that next type of IT tools won't be based on that okay, you pay me 10 rupees, you pay me 200 rupees, and you can use this tool for a week or for a month. It will be something like you give me permission to use your data, and you can use this tool for free of cost. We won't sell this data to anybody. We will just use this data to train our machine learning algorithm, and that is where lies the next engine of growth for IT sector.
I think it makes sense to me with regard to how you distill the data and come up with the insights. And for that, definitely artificial intelligence and machine learning are going to play a very vital role. So I would like to ask one more question. Like you spoke about Walmart, kind of giant in the retail industry in the US, and probably with the growth of Walmart, it might have impacted many of the SME players and all, right? But
Yeah.
Walmart didn't begin as giant as what it is today, right? They have also started small, and in my opinion, they were also SME at one point in time. So, be it Walmart or any giant company today, okay, when they were at the stage of SME, what kind of data analytics they might have performed in order to grow into this mammoth or a huge organization in its own?
Okay. So I would say, Naveen, like data or these data analytical tools or this descriptive analytics, whatever we call it, it was not there every time. Like there are multiple companies which haven't used data to grow to the level where they are today. This data or this data differential, this today, because these SMEs are not able to use data and their competition is able to use data, it has been a big challenge. But it mostly revolves around the research. If you understand the problem that okay, you need to invest some type of your amount, some type of your energies into research. Today that research is more into data. Today that research is more into insights from data. Yesterday it was more related to that this is the place where we need to create this type of big stores where everybody can buy everything. Or maybe 100 years back it was that okay, this type of drink is missing, which today is Coca-Cola. They invested that type of research resources. So everywhere it is different, like there are different growth engines. Today definitely it is data. Data is a big growth engine.
Great. I think that was insightful. So, Mukul, this conversation has been fantastic so far, but we have been talking very serious stuff. With your consent, I would like to add some spice to this episode by asking a few rapid fire questions, and wherein you are expected to answer them briefly in 1 or 2 words. And are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. So, here comes my first bullet out of the rapid fire. What is the most adventurous thing that you have done so far, Mukul?
I would say marriage.
Hope your wife is not around.
Yeah, she's not around. I have
Yeah,
taken all those precautions. Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah. Second one, what is your favorite failure?
I would say it should be my first venture, service related venture. It was
Mhm. Okay, great. And here comes my next one. What could you talk for 30 minutes about without no preparation? Which kind of topics?
say the potential of IT to change the world.
As we are having the conversation on how IT can impact the SME sector, I
Yeah.
totally get it. Yeah, here comes my next one. What is the hidden talent that Mukul has and no one knows about it so far, and we want to disclose it with TGV audience?
I believe I'm an open book. Everybody knows about, like, who knows me, he knows me, everything. Right?
So there are no hidden talents or no secrets about Mukul. Okay, interesting. Okay, now comes my another interesting question. What has been a question on your mind for which you have never got an answer?
Why everyone is chasing money?
Okay, all right, good one. Last one for the rapid fire. What is one message that you would like to give to your own younger version?
Say that believe in God. His only job is to guide you. There is no point in chasing money.
Okay, fabulous. That was a fantastic rapid fire and it was very quick. Thank you for being so sport. Now, going back to the mainstream, and I would like to ask you one final question for today's conversation. What will be your one piece of advice to those aspiring to make big in their careers?
I would say, Naveen, it will like my last answer, like believe in God. His only job is to guide you. No sector, no stream, no activity is good or bad. Just like Steve Jobs says, find your passion. You just need to believe that power which is guiding stars will be able to guide you, will be able to guide your destiny. And for all people who are aspiring to make big, I would say that that destiny to which you will be guided by your God will be much bigger than what you can dream of.
Great. That was fantastic. And Mukul, thank you so much for joining me today. And it was a great topic to choose. You have shared a lot of insights around how IT industry can revolutionize the SME sector. So thank you so much again for being part of TGV's journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe.
Thank you, Naveen. It was very interesting conversation. I really enjoyed that. Totally enjoyed that.
Yeah, same here. It was pleasure hosting you. All right, so it brings us to the trivia segment of today's episode. And today's trivia is about carrier pigeons. And folks, do you know until 2010, carrier pigeons were faster than internet. After that, there has been unprecedented advancement in the technology, and because of which we are chasing huge data speeds at this moment as we speak. 1 Gbps is already available in India, and if you look at the developed countries, there are much higher speeds which are existing today. And future, I don't know what is the limit. Probably it will be beyond our expectations. So let us stay tuned. So interesting, isn't it? Thank you so much for listening. There is more in store, folks. Stay tuned. Take care. Be safe. Until next time. Bye bye. And we are signing off for today. See you all in the next episode with another wonderful guest.